Hello guys, welcome back to a new Let's Play for Halloween 2019. Ooh, scary. I hope you're all having a cracking October so far and got some good plans for Halloween. I've made a plans with my friend. I've picked up Kudelka from a retro gaming fair I went to yesterday, and me and my friend were planning to play it. She's got a copy as well. And we're just each going to spend the weekend, because I'm working on Halloween, unfortunately. We're planning to spend the weekend beforehand just playing through Kudelka and just see how far each of us get and everything. And because it's like a classic PS1 horror type thing, it's a game I've been after for ages, so I'm looking forward to doing that. That's my Halloween plans this year. So jumping into a new Let's Play. I finished Somar last night, and I've been looking at this game to play. I don't know anything about it. I just really like the colour. I don't know if you can tell by like my thumbnails and stuff and my logo, but that kind of like purpley, pinky, reddish haze, I really like it. It's one of my favourite colours, and I love how it goes with black. Like, look at the trees and everything. So we'll jump in. So options, graphics, adjust brightness, adjust field of view, controls. Sound. If I turn the main volume down to there, turn it all down a little bit, because I don't want it to be louder than my voice. Show training, enable head bob, hide reticle, disable interaction, text, overlay text, display subtitles. That's what I want, and English. Okay, right. New game. Walk using left stick. Look around using the right stick. Modifiers and commentary? What's that? These modifiers are in a non-standard experience. Modifiers cannot be changed while in game or light start on for those who don't like the dark. Oh, all right. No, that's like mods. Okay, so we don't want none of that. So we'll just jump in.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay. Nice little intro, I guess. Some daughters coming home to see a mum. June the 7th. Wow, 1995. That's a blast from the past, isn't it? How old would I be? I'd be 8, I think. No, I'd be 7. I'd be coming up to my 8th birthday. Everyone has a drawer like that. Grab Christmas duck. $5.99. Why would I want the... Oh, does it... Ah, that would be why. Move to rotate what you're looking at. How do I put it down? Ah, R2. There we go. Take house key. Caitlin Greenbrier, Portland. Flight number 270, June 6, 1995. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please, please, don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want Mum and Dad, anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you, Sam. Okay, so that's not inconspicuous, is it? Wow, Stephen King, The Blank Page. Awesome. Grab box. What? Oh, plasters. Okay, towels. Towels. My mum used to have bathroom doors like this, so I always used to like try and slide it so each door would be on the other side, and it used to wind her up. I always have a habit of... Okay, I don't want to grab the soap. Right. Wow. The thunder sounds awesome. Sam, Daniel from the old neighbourhood called. He wants to come see this new house. Call him back. Mum, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam. Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, those couple of messages were a bit weird. I just want to double check. Is subtitles is on overlay text? I don't know what that is. Oh no, I don't want to change that. I'm going to turn the sound up a little bit because I just have a feeling. Put back. Okay, so I can't phone anyone. Sam, Katie, Mum and Dad, Jan and Terry. So Sam, Katie, Mum and Dad. So that's me. That's Sam, my sister, and that's my mum and my dad. Okay, interesting. Turn light off. Open door. I think. No. Oh. Wow, you can look at the passport. It's my passport I got to go on my Europe trip. Proper 90s hair there. How did it say to run? Look closer, check items, crouch. Okay, it didn't say run. I think I better shut the front door, hadn't I, really, to be honest. Although the porch has been open. I'm quite concerned why it was on about playing in the dark, so I'm turning on every light. Press to check your location in the house. Welcome, new student. We hope that you are as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that you can get right into the swing of things. One sturdy folder with pockets for each of your 6 class periods. One lined notebook per period, or one lined notebook with 6 divided sections. At least 6 pens, blue or black ink, and 6 pencils, 1 box of coloured pencils. A standard combination lock for your assigned locker. A nutritious lunch, or $2.50 for a lunch provided by the school cafeteria. A positive attitude. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 AM. See you soon, and again, welcome.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl. Right.
Oscar Mason, 60 of Boone Country, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8, 1933, in the house that would be his own for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone Country. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the centre of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside of his home. A service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 PM. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terence Greenbrier, as well as, in spirit, the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. I don't know why I want a pack of cards. All we hear is Radio Gaga. Radio. Ooh, it's very much reminding me of Seymour and Life is Strange at the minute. Pioneer CLD D703 combination laserdisc compact disc player. Wow, $1,000 remote backlight. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. You can do better. You can do better. What if JAK wasn't JFK? Well, I'm going to get rid of that overlaying text. I don't like it. It's no. Right. Early space. What? Space freak summit. Advanced technology and end World War II badly. Time stream. Chinese, Japanese, Lebanese. Paradox result in JFK death being what? Desired outcome? Magic but magic bullet theory. Back to basics. Sent back in time to Dallas 1963 again. State of emergency. Dallas cancels motor aid. Interest. Who killed Marines? Why not disrupt local mates before what? LHD. Lee Harvey Oswald. This reminds me of a book that I've been reading. It's a series, The Killing of JFK, a theory. You've seen the movie Discover the Truth. Sounds like someone's a bit of a conspiracy. Bit of a conspiracy nut. There's a combination on that. Yeah, this book series that I'm reading called. I wanted to examine that, didn't I? Time. I can't remember what it was called now. What's this? Wiring in house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into the structure over the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupt circuits. Okay, just telling about how the lights can turn on and off. I'm just switching everything on now. Don't ask me why. Well, obviously the lights, but I can't say why I'm switching on all the fan and everything. Wow, that chair's quite creepy. Fresh Sarah Holst, not gathering moss. True stories. I was a teenage drag queen. The male gaze. How to subvert it. Beverly Hills 90210. Does anybody still care? Interesting. I like the sound of the rain. As you all know, rain and water in video games is one of my favourite things. What's this? Stranger under my roof. Okay. Right, so there's nothing. 0451. Dear Terence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non-sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The reader of home theatre afficondo want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Brent Kirkwood. 0451. Right, let's go try that on that locked door. That must be why I come in here then. 0451. Aha! Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for your entrusting our firm with this important matter. What's this? His will. Yeah, will and testament. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. Pardon me. The following shall hold true upon my passing. Number 1. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. 2. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name to any creditors living or dead. 3. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die, possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts, to my nephew, Terence L. Greenbrier, Jr. of Ellis Country. In the events that said Terence L. Greenbrier, Jr. should predecease me, then, and in such an event, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children, as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August 1973. Signed, Oscar Mason. Okay, so he died and we got left this house. Okay, that's interesting. So this is the dad's office then, and he's a bit of a conspiracy nut, I'm guessing. Oh, it's just a window. I thought there was some...
Severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Kelmer County, and
I like that.
residents are strongly urged
Better not get no copyright. The accidental saviour. Terry, hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi After Condo has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it is being trying to find a publisher for your latest work, and literature and writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records and write up how it sounds, and then get paid. I've included some issues of the mag to use as examples. If you're interested, send some samples to my editor and tell him your old colleague John Mike sent you. Here's the address. David Werning, review. Right, okay, so we've been writing reviews. Well, my dad's going to... I'm going to stop that because I have a feeling it's going to be copyright. November 21, 1963. John Russell knows that the president's life hangs in the balance, but who would believe him? Not just another James Bond, T. Wales mummy. A high-class political thriller, Nicholas Wolfe, removed. Ah, so it's not a conspiracy theory. He was writing a book. Ah, that kind of makes sense now.
Dawn County, the Kelmer County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors.
Sam, thought this might help, Dad. Making friends. No, bless.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Okay, so she made friends with someone. Big gold star added to backpack. Hauntings and poltergeists. Leonardo. Find out the truth behind the stories that were familiar even to our pagan ancestors. Discover how to tell a hoax from a genuine haunting. How to categorize and understand strange phenomena you may encounter. Learn about the unhappy spirits that share the earth with us and what they can teach us about our connection with the natural world. So someone's built a den here. That's quite cool. So they're watching a weather report. Bratmobile. Ah. We'll just throw that down there. Why not? Close drawer. The X-Files. Yes. Diagnosed this murder. Strange little boy meets world. Bloody hell. Theatre of Blood. Step by Step. The X-Files. Labyrinth. Labyrinth. I love that film. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. American Gothic. Red Dwarf. I love how they've got some British stuff here. Mork and Mindy. Minnie. Walker, Texas Ranger. Bloody hell. RoboCop. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Bloody hell. Can I go back to February 17th, 1995, please.
Following counties:
Oh, ha, ha. I think I like this game already.
Kelma County,
Hi, Terry.
Wistaria
Enclosed, please find a Pioneer CLDD 703 unit with remote
all windows
and cables. We'll need a half-page review
inspected at
for the October issue, so that gives you about 2 weeks to get us to copy for edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on the GLDD 502. It's a combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs as well as Laserdisc, and they want us to definitely hit the signal to noise ratio and toslink stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit. I won't mind doing stuff like that, like reviewing stuff. I mean, I'm trying to do that with video games that I play at the minute. Like, I've got a blog where I'll like...
Dawn County,
Right, oh, just close it.
and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and
The
switch all windows
heaving at the edge...
flood
The Heaving at the Edge of the World, Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2. Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Algeria took off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the Black Pirate Ship, she yelled. It was the Black Pirate Ship, she yelled. I thought we lost them at Horse Island. The first mate said, looks like you thought too soon. The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Algeria, you're never going to find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar. Captain Algeria yelled back, then why do you keep following us, you imbecile? The first mate yelled out, we'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar. The battle kept on going until Captain Algeria's ship got away. Now west, she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. Quite an interesting story, if I do say so myself. Right, so we've explored this side of the house. Oh no, we haven't. We've got still up here to go. Bunch of coupons. Grab a razor. Examine pamphlet. US National Forest Manual. I like how I'm just like throwing everything about. What's this then? This is the parents' bedroom, is it? Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighter tape and gave my permission. He needs to spend some time, less time with these games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary Shutter.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Bless. The Accidental Pariah. A message from my future saved the president's life once, but within the next 24 hours there will be another attempt and the lines of communication are down. A James Bond for today's audience. Compelling, a thriller worth its salt. I want to put it back. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Saviour, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series cashing on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavours. Sincerely, Donald Fripps. Okay, so his second book was a bit of a flop, so they didn't play record. No, oh, hello, Ghost. Productive Systems, Worksheet 6, Samantha Directions, Blower 2 Stories, the events are out of order. The menstrual cycle, what? See me. Okay. Ghost, what are you squeaking at? The David Brett Quartet. Let's turn that light on because it's a bit dark in here. Katie, please tell Mum and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. Okay, this is getting quite... Hi Lonnie, so if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha, yeah, I am totally in. See you there, then I'm going to kick your butt. Get ready. Hadouken! You.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men?
Oh, it's locked.
Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Okay. So it does remind me so much of Life is Strange at the minute. Grab skull, put back. We're number 1. Okay, so that door's locked. Where was the other door that I've just seen? Oh, that was the other door. Okay, let's go upstairs then. Pack of cards. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Boone County, plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of the next 6 weeks, as part of a Forestry Service-run controlled burn of overgrown sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 AM and 5 PM on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on speed progress according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. Smoke will likely linger in the area through the following weekends. That reminds me of a story I read a while ago. What was it? I can't read that. It was, I think there was a fire at a house or something. Personal transfer, Bruce Pendleton to Aiden coming prescription burn operation ranger. Okay. What was it? Yeah, there was a fire at a house, and it turned out it was a drug dealer's house or something, and all his weed burnt up. And for Sam, love things, tab cherry bomb. Oh, cherry bomb. Throwaway product. Some statical fuck your fans. Polaroid baby. Paint bitch theme. Richard Coach. I can't read all of that. But yeah, it's
weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
right. So she's about 16, because I think the legal age to drive in America is 16, isn't it? Like it is over here, or is it 14? To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am... Okay, she's 17. I'm 17 years old, and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Daniel called. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. So this is Sam's room, is it? Beatmobile, cool.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck.
Grab cartridge.
I don't wanna sit around.
Adventurous the cat. Yeah!
Good all day.
Where's the Nintendo SNES gone? Chun-Li moves, fireball, lightning kick, 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 helicopter kick, air stomp, fire jump kick, wicked, beat code. Where is the Nintendo? Ooh. Super Spitfire, Journey of the Crystal, I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. How many things am I holding up? You better not have been reading my secret diary again. Here you go, Mitten. Have some cake. Rose. Jodie Foster, brilliant. I'm reading Hannibal at the minute, so I want to... Samantha Greenbrier, Fletcher. Shock 1. Metalwork engraving, grade C. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for a family portrait, reasonable subject but not complex. When I said that mum and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable levelling on edges show more pride in work. Okay. Kurt Cobain, bloody hell. Weezer! Wow, Max and the Martini Watch for the Murderous Straight Edge. There's some proper throwbacks in this game. It's awesome. I kind of just want to hear Cherry Bomb. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you, Mrs. Bladdock. Okay, so I think they want her to take after her dad, don't they, with the writing. Right, so we've got a door there and a door here. The King's Labyrinth. Captain Algria, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, drew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Algria. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance from further into the labyrinth. The moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Algria's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal sceptre. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Algria said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker, and you know dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invisible thread, of course. Algria said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Augria waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his... Wait, no, no! The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Augria wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Augria could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Augria heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Augria's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell flat to the stone floor. As Augria ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply. Its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Okay, this is a very interesting... I want to see what that grab book. Holy Bible, you're the start of masquerade. No need to look so afraid. Ding ding. Okay, so there's no combination lock that I can see. Dunk, 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 dunk. Oh wow, so she's got a... Oh wow, she's got a 2-bedroom door. That's quite nifty, that is. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mum is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch it on the probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it is pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15 is okay. Don't barf. Ha ha ha. Alright, see you then. Barf. Wicked. I love the throwbacks in this game. Right, anyway guys, I've just realised I've been recording for like 40 minutes nearly. So I'm going to end this episode here and we'll continue exploring the house in the next episode. I have no idea what I'm meant to be doing, but I'm having just like a nice little throwback. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed the first episode. If you have... Wow, this room looks a bit of a mess. If you have enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. And let me know your thoughts on the game if you've played it and what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with this series or any other series. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care. Bye.